my God. Yo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is yo. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, first off, wherever you are, a standing ovation for Faith on winning the Innoson Motors car task. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, listen, in case you do not know, you see that challenge of the housemates holding on to that rope. Oh my goodness. That is hard. That is hard. Take it anywhere. In fact, go to the gym, hold a battle rope for even 10 minutes. See, your arm will buckle. That is how intense that entire challenge was last night. Ladies and gentlemen, I sat here. I was just giving massive accolades to Faith, Menson, and Dede. Yes. Missy at some point, but not entirely. And I'm coming to that. I'm going to give you my reasons why. But you see those three people, Faith, Dede, and Menson. Oh my God. These three, the way they held on to that rope. Oh my goodness. That was insane. That was insane. I kept on asking myself, where did they get the energy from? Well, no, they tire. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And you see, yeah, okay, this particular challenge doesn't happen every season, right? But for the seasons when it happens, it's insane. It's insane. I remember during the Pepperdam Gang season, when Kathy won the car. Remember, the way she was able to stand, it was because she's a trained police officer in the UK. Yes. So she's used to standing. She's used to being at attention. Yeah. So the way she held on, that was mad. That was really mad. And then the next season, I'm trying to remember who won. I can't remember. But ladies and gentlemen, for every season where this particular challenge has occurred, it's been a wild one. It's been a wild one. But last night's one, oh my goodness. Were you guys looking at the timer? Those housemates stood for over an hour, especially Dede and Faith, the last two standing, the last two commando warriors standing. They stood for over an hour, I think about 14 or 15 minutes. That was wild. That was wild. Listen. Give these people their accolades. Give these people their accolades. And more especially, give Faith his flowers. That was a wild performance. That was a wild performance. Because, see, for Faith, why it really shocked me that he won. If you guys have been watching the show, you would have heard Faith complain about his knees. He had mentioned that he was playing basketball and then he had fallen off, and I think he fell heavy on his knees. So ever since he came to the house, even when they are doing their workout session in the mornings, he feels the pain, but he tries to conceal it. So he said most of the time he's in pain, but he hides it. He doesn't, go around telling people, oh, my leg is paining me. No, his knees are not that strong. He has weak knees because of that accident that happened to him. Oh, and aside the basketball thingy, I don't know if you all really know Faith's story. There's a story to that boy. His story is, I think he was traveling by bus sometime 1 year. I don't know the entire story, but he was traveling and then they were accosted by armed robbers. And I think the vehicle had gotten into a fatal accident. A lot of people died. There was one day he was telling somebody that story, that he was in the bus and he saw a woman who was half alive, half dead, and she was crying for help, but there was nothing he could do because he too was also in a near-death situation, you know. So all of these things that have happened to him, you would think that Faith would not be physically fit enough to stand the test of that challenge. So the way those housemates stood, holding on to that rope, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, that was insane. For Faith, that was insane. And then for Dede, oh my God, fine girl, beautiful girl, soft Barbie girl, soft Gen Z Barbie. Ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought that Dede would have been able to stand for that long? Now, here's the thing, yeah? In a way, I kind of knew that Dede would survive because she's a gym girl. When you work out religiously, trust me, your bones will be strong, your muscles will be strong, you'll be able to stand for as long as you want. That's the thing, that's the beautiful thing about working out. Yes, I work out a lot, so I know this for a fact, yeah. So watching Dede, in a way, I kind of knew that she would last, but I did not think that Dede was going to last for over an hour. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Give Dede her flowers. Give Dede her flowers. That was insane. And I totally agree with what Faith said, that Dede looks beautiful and soft, but within her, there is a beast in there. Ladies and gentlemen, best believe that is a compliment. That is a compliment. For a girl that looks so soft, for a girl that looks like she can't lift a pin, nah. Dede has proven that it doesn't matter if you're beautiful. It doesn't matter if you love the soft life. When you're strong, you're strong. Honestly. And I mean, look at the way she won the Super Commando task. Look at the way she's very athletic in the arena. Look at the way she's very competitive in the arena. That should tell you that this girl, she did not come to the house to play. She might look all soft and all like, you know, quiet as a dove and meek as a lamb. But that girl, she's got the power. Nah, Dede, guys, give Dede her flowers. Give Dede her flowers. That was an impressive performance. And then Menson also really tried. Oh my goodness, guys. Menson really tried, and I was so proud of Menson. And you see, yeah, those people there, all four of them, Imisi, Menson, Dede, Faith, they had one thing in common, but 2 out of the 4 had one thing in common. Dede and Menson, they had one thing in common. Menson always talks about his mom. Dede also, it's not like she talks about her mom all the time, but when she wants to talk about her mom, you can hear the passion, you can hear the pain, you can hear how much she really wants to go all out to do things for her mom. Yes, and she has said it before during her diary session that she wants to buy a car for her mom, that she wants a situation where she can just take her mom to the dealers and tell her, okay, pick any car of your choice, the mom will pick and then she will pay. That is how hard she's trying to work so that she can provide that luxury for her mom. Yes. So another thing I noticed was what kept Dede and Menson going in that challenge last night was the fact that they wanted to do something for their mom. And that was so sweet to watch. See, I was literally rooting for all of them. I was rooting for all of them, each for their own different reasons. Yes, as I mentioned before, Faith because of his knees. Yeah. Menson, of course, because of his mom. Dede because of her mom. I was rooting for these people. Now, for Imisi, I'm going to tell you why I wasn't particularly, entirely going all out to root for her in that challenge. So, yesterday evening, when the Innoson task started, we were having our live conversation here. We're having our life, but I did not want to miss out on the challenge. I did not want to miss out on the task. So my TV was on. I was watching my TV just as I was having that conversation with you all. Now, I noticed that the first round had been done, and then there were 4 qualifiers. There was Faith, there was Menson, there was Dede, and then there was Imisi. Exactly as how I have arranged it. Faith, Menson, Dede and Imisi, right? Imisi was close to this end of the wall, Faith this end of the wall. In fact, Faith was close to the car. And then Manson was beside Faith, and then Dede was beside Imisi, right? 2 boys, 2 girls. So I noticed that the instruction was for them to hold on to that rope, stretch out their hands. And obviously the ledge is supposed to be maintained at a particular, circumference, right? Not to drop or not to go up too high. I was watching all of that play out. But then I noticed that whilst the other 3 had their hand like really stretched out, straight as a ruler, not bending like this, but straight, holding the rope, our sister Imisi, her hands were like this. And hey God, for those of you that were on the live yesterday, you will attest to this as a fact. Because I noticed that nobody was talking about it. What's going on? Everybody else had their hands like this. Imisi was like this. I said, come, hold on a second. What's going on? And you know what really pissed me off? It's the fact that there was a ninja right there in that arena. I think there were 2 ninjas or 3, if I'm not mistaken. There was a ninja right there that was around Imisi's corner. There was another ninja around the car area. In fact, there was a ninja that was going around checking what's going on and then, just observing everything. And see, guys, I was dumbfounded. I was wondering, like, wait, hold on a second. Am I the only one seeing this? Is it that the ninjas are not seeing that Imisi's hands are not straight? That Imisi's hands are like this? Because this girl was so comfortable. Hey, Jesus. Imisi was so comfortable. She was just like this. And then later she did like this. And then she did like, it was as if this girl was just cruising in that challenge. Whilst the others, you could see that they were in pains. You could see that they were growing uncomfortable. You could see that they were tired. Some of them were shaking. So whilst they were struggling and they were still holding on to that rope, Imisi was busy. It was as if she was just having fun, enjoying. I said, Kilo Day. Instantly, I started shouting on the live. I said, come, what's going on, big brother? What's happening? How is it that this girl is just playing around with the challenge and nobody is saying anything? Big brother, like, Biggie, even though I'm on live, I see you. Like, what the hell? What's going on? And the reason I was that aggravated is because it's not fair. It's not fair. 6 housemates did not qualify to the 2nd round. So if anybody is in the 2nd round, they must fight for that car. Yes, they must work hard for it and they must fight for the car. So how is it that 3 people are fighting for their life, holding on to that rope like they wanted to die, and then one person is just there having a field day, just having a pass, hand is like this? So it was when I started shouting. I mean, I don't know what was going on. Before I knew it, that was when Big Brother now addressed it. I'm not going to take credit for it. I'm not going to say, oh, it's because Gloria Elijah said something. I'm not going to say something like that. Yeah, but it was after I started shouting, I noticed that Big Brother now called it out, that Imisi needs to stretch her hands. And even after Big Brother called it out, Imisi's hands were still not straight. As a matter of fact, for the better half of that particular challenge, Imisi was cheating. And what was really pissing me off the most was the fact that Big Brother allowed it. The ninjas allowed it. Because tell me how those ninjas were in that arena and they want to tell me that they did not see that Imisi's hands were not straight. Another thing that was really fucking annoying was the fact that the cameras were giving us an aerial view of the arena. I mean, we were getting camera angles from all the way from the top, so you could see all 4 of them clearly, and you could see the very, very loud difference. You could see that 1, 2, 3, their hands were straight, and then number 4, her hands were like this. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is this a child's joke or what? And guess what? Big Brother did not remove her from the competition. I said, Biggie, if I leave my studio, I will look for you. I will drag you. I will fight you. I will fight. Guys, I was losing my mind. So it was when I was pointing it out that people in the comment section of my live, they too started saying, oh, MC is cheating. They don't know what production is doing. Production is not fair. Production is giving this girl a pass. Da, da, da. And it was really annoying. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Now, this is what now really, really pissed me off. At that point, I said, big brother, I'm coming to look for you. I'm coming to look for you. We must fight. We must fight tonight. This is what really pissed me off. All this while, Innoson was still in the challenge. Now, Big Brother had changed the rules, right? Oh, they could turn the other way and they could stretch the rope and blah, blah, blah. And whilst others were, struggling with the rope, once again, Innoson was literally dragging the ledge up. I said, hey, Babio, what the fuck is going on? Oh, God, Big Brother almost increased my BP yesterday. I said, Biggie, I will curse you. If you try me, I will curse you. And as I said, this is the part that really, really, really pissed me off. It was when Manson now bent his arm, like he folded his arm, because the final round of that particular challenge, like the final round, the housemates are supposed to turn around again and they're supposed to hold the rope again. They're supposed to stretch their hands without using their second hand to support themselves. So one Manson had done, guys, this one, you must have seen the clip already. This one was as bright as day. Manson folded his arm and then he put it back. Now, he thought nobody saw him, but Faith saw him, and Faith had turned to the ninja. And it was even funny because the ninja saw it. And it was making me wonder, like, what is wrong with these ninjas? Why is it that they see things happening and then they act like they cannot see these things happening? Did Faith have to turn to the ninja to call the ninja's attention to what was happening before the ninja would know that, okay, Manson had actually broken the rule? Because it was after Faith turned to the ninja and was, drawing the ninja's attention that the ninja now looked at Manson, and then Big Brother called Manson's name and said, oh, Manson, you can go and have your seat. So, the fact that all this while, Innoson had been cheating, breaking the rules, and Big Brother did not tell her to go and have a seat, but had then told Manson to go and have his seat first before Innoson. I said, no, Big Brother, this is broad daylight favoritism. This is broad daylight cheating, and it is absolutely unacceptable. Like, very unacceptable. Who does that? Who does that? Now, speaking about Manson, Manson thought nobody saw what he did. He was now saying that, no, Big Brother, I did not bend my hand. Oh, Big Brother, sorry. He now continued. And I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Why? Manson has a problem. Manson has a problem of thinking that the whole world is against him. Manson has a problem of thinking that, oh, nobody wants him to succeed. Everybody wants to come for him and snatch his win from him. Because this is not the first time Manson does this. Manson will make a mistake during sponsor task or arena games, and you'll be antagonizing Big Brother, challenging Big Brother that it's a lie. And then Big Brother will now go and check, the replay again and discover that, okay, it is actually, like, Big Brother's verdict is actually right, before Manson will now come and keep quiet. So he was trying to play that stupid card again last night. And Big Brother saw you, and then he continued. I'm like, does this guy think this is a joke? Like, Big Brother said, go and sit down. And you're still like, oh, Big Brother saw you, and then you continued. And I love what Big Brother said at that point. Big Brother said, at this point, you're just working out. That was when he realized that Big Brother was really, really serious. He now turned around. He now fell on the floor. He was looking for the tears to come. The tears did not come. But I'm glad he went to sit down. But at the same time, I was really pained and very, very pissed, because why would Manson go and sit down before Innoson? Innoson had been cheating from minutes ago, like minutes ago. She had been cheating. She had been violating all the rules. Why did Big Brother choose to wait for men? Because the way they did it, they made it look like, oh, okay, because Manson was caught red-handed, because we told Manson to go and sit down, yeah, let Innoson also follow. They now told Innoson go and sit down. That one too knew that she had been doing nonsense, so she could not contest it. She too now turned and went to go and sit down. I said, Biggie, Don't throw away your credibility. Oh, Gloria Elijah does not like injustice. I do not like injustice. I do not subscribe to injustice. And that is the reason my voice is always, always loud and bold when it comes to calling out all of these bullshits. You see here, another thing that really cracked me up, during the challenge was Imisi's fans. Yeah, Imisi's fans. So during the live, I told you all, I was on live, but I was also watching the challenge. So even as I was speaking about it, I had quickly gone onto Twitter. I put out 2 tweets pointing it out that Imisi was not following the rules. She was cheating. Guess what? Imisi's fans were enraged. They came attacking. Some of them were like, we thought you were on live. What are you doing here? Why are you tweeting? I say, oh, so you people know that your fave was not following the rules. You people know that your fave was cheating on the game. You know. So you're mad that somebody pointed it out. So your annoyance is that I'm doing my live stream and I'm also talking about it. I'm also pointing it out. Hey. Because think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Remove faith from that equation now, because I know that they were really upset because, oh, faith is there. So they felt like I was actually fighting for faith. Okay, remove faith from that equation. Dede and Menson, are they not human beings? Just as Imisi's fans claim that Imisi has more reasons why she needs the car. So Dede and Menson, they don't have reasons. Their reasons are not valid. Now, is it only Imisi that has a mother? Is it only Imisi that deserves the car? Dede and Menson, don't they have mothers too? Don't they deserve to have that car for their mothers? I mean, come on, let's use common sense. Let's use common sense. This is something that really pisses me off. These fanatics, these headless chickens, they see the truth, but they don't want to talk about it. Why? Their faith must be protected. Why? Why exactly? I mean, give me a more valid reason. Aside the person is your faith, give me a more valid reason. Because you see those other 3 people, Dede, Menson, Faith, those 3 really worked hard for that car. If Innoson Motors were giving away 2 extra cars, I would sit right here and campaign heavily that Dede and Menson receive those 2 extra cars because they worked really hard for it. If there was 1 extra car to be given away, I would sit down here and campaign heavily that Dede be given that extra car because that girl worked for it. They worked for that car. They worked for it. They were fighting for their lives. They worked for it. So how dare you come and tell me that, why are you talking about it? Go and face your fave. Face your fave. Face your fave. And then, for Menson, oh my God, I was saying that Menson always feels like everybody is coming for him, which is quite annoying because even after everything, I mean, yes, of course, in the arena, he was really pained, so he could not really congratulate Faith. That is quite understandable. I mean, anybody would be really upset that their chances of winning the car, was cut off. That's understandable. But later on, this guy was still adamant that he did not break any rules. And I'm like, Menson, you are so neck deep into your pity party script that even when you've been caught red-handed, you still lie. Because it was lying. It was lying. Guys, go and replay that scene. You will see that Menson clearly folded his arm. He was caught red-handed. Now, as I said before, I'll say it again. The only thing that pained me is that Menson was caught and he was immediately eliminated from the challenge. But Imisi, that had been cheating all along, breaking the rules all along, was given so much extended grace to continue in the challenge. Why? Biggie, why? Biggie, come and answer question. Biggie, why? Why? But anyways, away from that, once again, massive congratulations to Faith. Well deserved. He worked really hard for it. I was seeing some propaganda, you know, online by Mrs. fans. I know that they are Mrs. fans because, of course, you will see her name and icon on their accounts, right? So these people, they went to go and snap pictures of Faith holding his arm like this, you know, and then they said, oh, look, Faith cheated, Faith cheated. And I was laughing because I'm like, you see, people always watch the back of your TVs. Because whilst that challenge was going, there were breaks in betweens. And those breaks came when Big Brother would want to give an instruction for another round within that same challenge. So at that point in time, as he's giving the instructions, he will tell the housemate that, oh, that is an opportunity for them to adjust and for them to, you know, readjust. Okay, just basically readjust themselves. So you see that, oh, some people will hold their hand, some people will hold their arm, some people would retie the rope around their arm. That was what was happening. So these ones coming to come and say, Faith cheated, Faith cheated. I said, no. Since it is only Faith that is in that entire arena, why don't you also take pictures of Innoson and Dede when they were also tying the rope around their arm, when they were also supporting their arm? Why don't you take pictures of them? Delusional lots. Delusional lots. How pathetic. Once again, massive congratulations to Faith. Well deserved. He said that that is his first car. I'm so happy for him, super excited for him. And then there's this thing that you know, of course, once again, Mrs. fans, because this whole thing is now a thing of Mrs. fans against Faith, right? So Mrs. fans, once again, they came up with this propaganda that now that Faith has won the car, it means that he does not stand a chance to win the money. Ladies and gentlemen, as I sit here, I do not know who is going to win that money. I do not know. And this is why we had the live conversation yesterday, where I was encouraging all of you to come out and campaign hard for your fave. Go all out to convince people why they should vote for your fave, why they should choose your fave as the winner of this 10/10 season. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know who is going to win that money, because at least 8 or 9 out of these top 10 finalists, they are very, very strong contenders. Very strong contenders. So these ones coming to come and say that, and last season, Sissy was supposed to, no, they said during All Stars, Sissy won Innoson Motors, but she did not win the show because she won the car. They said that, and the reason why Sissy did not win the Big Brother Naija All-Star season is because she won the Innoson Motors. That if she had not won the car, she would have won the money. It wouldn't have been a lay-by. I said, look at you people. And then they came again and said, who won the car last season? Was it Onyeka? I'm trying to remember who won the Innoson car during the No Lose Guard season. I can't remember. Whether it's Onyeka, I'm not sure. I can't remember. But they said that, oh, the person that won the car last season won the car, you know, would have won the money. You know, all this nonsense, stupid. My God. And I have one question for all of them. That who are you to determine that? Oh, because word on the street is that Miracle, during the Double Wahala season, he won the Innoson vehicle. And he also emerged the winner of the season. So, how did that happen? How exactly? So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, instead of coming on social media to come and yap your mouth, instead of coming on social media to come and act like a sore loser, just go and vote. Go and vote for your fave. Go and support your fave. That's what you should be doing. Go and support your fave. Stop acting pained. Okay, be pained, but stop rubbing it on everybody's head like it's everybody's fault. Doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, lastly for this video, ladies and gentlemen, one very funny thing I was looking at in the arena yesterday was Kola. Kola was heavily rooting for Emisi, but Kola was not particularly rooting for Dede. And I was looking at Kola and I'm thinking, well, it's quite understandable. You people have a sibling type of relationship, right? So it's quite expected that you would want to root for your sibling, right? But what about Dede? I mean, this is the same guy that keeps on chasing after this girl, keeps on professing love for this girl. So the fact that all of his support was for Emisi. Hey, God. I wonder what Dede would do when she comes out and sees the clip of how Kola was heavily rooting for Emisi. But then again, we know Dede. Dede is a type that just allows things to slide, does not necessarily, hold things to heart like that. So yeah, that is their own. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, massive, massive congratulations to Faith. He did great. Massive congratulations to Dede. She really proved herself as a strong woman, like literally a beast in the arena. Massive congratulations to Manson. Even though he, faltered at some point, he really did great. He was resilient and he did great, all right? And ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to end this video. I would love to hear from all of you, your thoughts about how the games panned out last night. What are your thoughts about that whole Emisi situation and Manson situation? Go ahead, share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.